Yo, what's up? What's up, Walz? Rantz. Woo, game time. Fix my hat up, chilling. We chilling. So let me just first say, yo, is it like, are people allergic to sidewalks? I'm driving through this, it's like this whole week, people are just afraid. Honestly, people just walking through the middle of the street with their eyes up like this and like they're bitter at people with a car. Idiots, stay on the sidewalk, you fools. I'm just honestly just tired of everyone these days. It's so annoying. Oh, so I just really just fired up right now these days. So I'm getting to something right now. Okay, on Saturday night, Miss Lauryn Hill was in town. Miss Lauryn Hill, Fuji Nation, la la. Oh, I should have put a song of hers on. Wouldn't that have been more appropriate? That's what I thought, but whatever, it doesn't matter. So I took my girl Rizzo to the concert. I was trying to surprise her. We got there, and tons of people there. They made it all about TIFF. Everything's gonna be about TIFF. It's like a fundraiser apparently for like one for one or some children thing. But I went there for Lauryn Hill. Obviously, I'm not trying to. I mean, I care about kids, I guess, but I'm not really the fundraiser type. So we got there, and like it was just, I can't believe, like looking back, there's just so much stuff that happened. So I'm gonna get right into it. First of all, then this opening act, this guy Cole Mitchell, this kid, like this little runt. And whatever, I don't care how good or bad he was. It wasn't really my kind of music, but it's jokes, because after his second song, he kept saying, oh yeah, I wrote this one. And then the second one is like talking, oh yeah, I wrote that one too. I looked at Robin, I'm like, yo, what the hell is this guy talking about? Of course you wrote this stuff. Like, you're a no-namer. You getting ghostwriting? You got a ghostwriter, Cole Mitchell? I'm like, yo, this kid kept saying, oh, I wrote that one too. I wrote that one. It's like, I know, and even the song was like called like love letter, like about writing a letter. Like this guy, he was adamant about us knowing that he wrote a letter. So we're chilling there. So I wanted to move kind of closer as things would come up. I wanted to get kind of close to the middle. So we went there to the middle. The middle is, I guess, where the action is. Woo, action. Because I look around, and first thing we see is this. Yo, it's a higher class kind of people there, right? It was like people were dressed up a little bit more, and I look over this one guy. He's wearing this like. It's like, I don't even know how to it's like purple shirt with just one of those loud ass shirts. You buy it like Value Village or something to make a mockery of whatever. And I'm looking at him. He was with kind of a fly girl too. This girl in like a mini skirt, this red thing. And I was just like, yo, there's no way that girl's not getting free coke from that guy. No way. Or he's paying for her regardless. But he was just singing. He was just belting out whatever tunes came on. And she was just like, whatever, she's having a good time, but can't sit up, but she's got tipsy. Like, everyone, all these girls, like, as the night went on, girls getting just mad tipsy. I'm looking over, it's like, crazy. So I know that we're listening to music, and the DJ's out there spinning. I'm just like, yo, what's with DJs who don't want to play new music? Did they gotta get is it like copyright stuff or like royalties? Because this guy I'm just like, please play a new song. You ever just sit there in the club and you're just like, yeah, this is popping to play some old Biggie and all this, and then it's like, yo, how many times can I hear Montel Jordan, this is how we do it, before I hear some new shit? Like, for real, like, I want to, like, and he was doing these, and he knew what he's doing, kind of like how to flow music in the music, but play some new music. I get excited when I'm out and I hear new music. I've heard all those songs before. Ridiculous. So, like, whatever. So we got the opening acts to come. There's a lot of them. So some next people come out, Kanon came out, whatever, and people are still going, and we're looking around, of course I'm observing. And there's 3 Asians in front of us. 3 of them. And that's a lot of Asians in my general vicinity, because they always act ridiculous. Like, not like Asians like, hey, cool, what's up? Which is very rare to find cool Asians. But you know what I mean? Like, there's some dorky ass, older, like ugly broad Asians. And with this one guy, with this older guy, and he was buying them drinks and stuff. They had like the 1x1 hat or whatever. You could tell he works for one of the sponsors, because a lot of sponsors there, and he brought these girls there. And it was just kind of pathetic to look at, because, you know, like, to have girls like that, these like scrubby looking Asian girls, know full well they're using this guy for his connections and his free drinks. And this sucker actually thinks he's getting some of these girls. I'm like, yo, I'm looking at him, I'm like analyzing, but I love watching people as much as I love watching the music sometimes, before Lauryn Hill, of course. I'm just like, you're a straight sucker. And then these Asians, it's crazy. They just, like, Asians, they just love pictures. And I know that's like the general stereotype, but it's nuts. Like, they kept just snap, snap, and snap, snap, snap. And I'm just like, I didn't say nothing, but I was like, yo, I just want to say, yo, Asians, like, how many pictures can you take of the exact same spot? You know, it's all this and whatever, and so holy shit, like, enough. Just because, like, the one, and it's not even the cool picture, like, where you take, it's like, you're one of these ones. So all you get is, like, this odd shot, like, your one friend's halfway in the picture. I was like, holy Moses. I'm like, okay, So then they kept going on, and Kane was out, and then Cardinal. Okay, it was a bunch of opening, and this is what it is: opening acts galore. Cause I'm going here. Okay, every time I go to a concert, I went to a Movado concert, and he didn't come on till like freaking 2:30 in the morning. I went to like a Macho Machado concert at Carabana. He didn't come on till like just ridiculous. The problem is this time I wasn't drinking because I was driving. I was trying to be the gentleman taking my girl out, which is very rare for me not to be drinking at a club. But like, I can accept a lot. I'm not a party pooper, I'm not a whatever, but okay, it's like going to a meal and it's just, you get so many appetizers that like you get the freaking itis before the main course comes. That's not normal. That's not what you want. You want to be able to enjoy the steak and not fill up on bread. And I'm not saying they're all bread, like Cardinal came out. Cardinal's a G. Whatever you think about Cardinal Fisher, he doesn't give a what anybody thinks about him. He's up there dancing, like his dancing is hilarious. Like it's not like I'm trying to be I'm trying to be I'm a hip hop star, hip hop star. Nah, he's like dancing up like this, and it wasn't like he's corny. He's just enjoying himself. I was like, that is a dope dude right there. That's dope. Like so he was cool. I really liked him. His energy's awesome. He's just a cool dude. So he brought out Maestro Fresh West. So Maestro Fresh West is back in the day. So Maestro's a cool dude. I remember I met Maestro a couple times. I remember his jokes. Me and my buddy Connor back in the day when I was in Vancouver. I was in a club and I'm not gonna lie, I was looking for some illegal drugs and stuff. So I'm like, who? And usually it's not good practice. To just try to find random people for drugs. Let me give you guys that. Don't do it. But we're out drinking. I'm like, whatever. We're in Vegas City. Someone's got to have something on him. So my stupid ass is like, I saw one black guy in the club. I'm like, what's worth a shot? So I started whispering there, what's up? They got any connections? I just said whatever I said. And then I look back. I'm like, hold the hell up. I'm like, it's Maestro, what's up? And I'm like, that's hilarious, because then I saw him a couple weeks later at an internet cafe, and I told him that story. I'm like, this guy started the club I was looking for, and he's a cool dude, down to earth as hell. Like, I mean, he's not a huge superstar, but he could be I know people who are way less successful than Maestro that are punks, like seriously punks. So I was like, that's pretty cool. So he came out, Cardinal finished, and Cardinal, he's like, okay, yeah, everyone's getting hyped. He's like, all right, Lauryn Hill, stand up for Lauryn Hill. So I'm like, finally, because I'm getting restless. I'm not gonna lie to you, I'm getting restless. And like, meanwhile, like, I'm sitting there, and I was standing there. Me and Robin were standing back here, and I was straight up stage center. But it's hard because I was getting so pissed off. Because do you know how if you're at your club and there's a little bit of space, you turn to the aisle? People always go by you. It didn't matter where I moved. It seemed like I was the aisle. So I was trying to creep up a little bit. And what I didn't notice was Robin wasn't creeping with me as much. So I started talking or whatever. I started chatting, turned on. It's this other guy. I'm like, okay, whatever. So like about like 20 minutes later, I'm still going, whatever. And like before, I don't know, like to be like affectionate, like because I'm paying attention to this, I'm not gonna sit there and chat with my girl, but you touch him in the leg and you like, feel your girl up. It's whatever, man, G status. But this time, I start touching a little bit. I'm like, wait a second, different material. I look around. I was so pissed off. It's the redhead guy. I go back to Rob. I'm like, what the hell's going on? I'm pissed off at her because I'm touching this redhead guy. I'm like, you gotta stand beside me. I can't be touching up with some dude. Ridiculous, man. I'm just like, this is nuts. What am I? So finally, Lauryn Hill was coming. So I've been setting up, whatever, and then like, there's this guy setting up something in the middle of the stage. I'm like, she must have like high tech like like a microphone, because this guy's just set up this whole thing on the mic, and I was like, all right, whatever. He must be like her personal microphone guy. So this guy comes and he's like, you guys getting hype? I'm like, no way! I was so angry. I'm like, another guy, he's like the human beatbox. He's going on and on. I'm just like, and meanwhile, my feet are just, I got the flattest feet. I wish I could show you my feet. I have the flattest feet in the world. My feet are so flat, I look like an elephant. I got elephant feet. And I'm standing there for like 4 hours in the same spot. It hurts me to stand and do dishes for like 9 minutes. So standing there for 3 hours in the same spot, I'm getting pissed. I'm getting anxious. I'm like, let's go. I'm so restless. I'm just like, like the weed's already worn off like an hour ago. I'm just like, can we go? So this guy's going, he's going forever. I'm just like, holy, he's pretty impressive, but I can't appreciate it because I'm just like, can we get on with the show? So they cut him off after a bit. They cut him. He's like pissed off or whatever. Because I'm like, okay, fine, the show's gonna go. So the band came on. Time's just going here. Like, don't think this is all happening as quick as I'm talking. It's going. Like, let's go. So finally they set up and finally start playing some music. And I'm just like, you know what? And it's some music, but not her music. And it's the band. And I'm like, you know what? I'm convinced. I was convinced that she wasn't here. And they were trying to prolong the time to give her a chance to get there. And then they finally put on like one of her songs. Which was? I think it was If I Rule the World. And everyone was like, yeah, woo! And we expected her to come because Nas did his thing. Nas did his little rap. We expected her to walk out right after when it was her turn. Perfect timing, at least for the setup of that song. And then it didn't go. I was like, there was no chairs around that I would have thrown. I'm like, this is ridiculous. I'm convinced she's not here. They got a CD playing back there. So finally she showed up. Finally, woo, Lord, yes. And then her mic was screwed up. I'm like, you kidding me? The first like 25, 35 minutes of the show, she's just like this. Her mic pointing to everything, like this. And the people back there, she like complaining. Everyone's just like, what the hell? This is Lauryn Hill, everybody. Her voice is incredible. And I'm sitting there going, it's getting drowned up by all this stuff. And I know this is like a fundraising concert, but it's still $90 a ticket. You know what I mean? I want my money's worth for the sound of Lauryn Hill. And regardless of the money, I want to hear Lauryn Hill. That's why I came here. And so she's going, she's trying to call people up. She just keep going, look at this freaking joke. It's hilarious after a while because it was the running gag of the whole show. Just up, like she can't hear. She's like, get some, like there were, I don't know, some monkeys or whatever work back there. She's like, get some lights on my girls. Get the sound up here. Get this. It's like, what the hell is going on? And you wonder. She's asking the same thing. I wonder what they're doing back there. Do you know how like Homer Simpson at the nuclear plant just pressing buttons and hoping it looks like he's doing his job? That's what I assume they're doing back there. Because how can Lauryn Hill request all this and no one's doing nothing? So we're just sitting there going, please come up. I want to hear she's singing just dope tracks, please. And then finally it came. And everyone just went nuts because we finally hear it. Oh my God, I got to be honest. Lauryn Hill she's so wicked. Yeah, she's so wicked. Like I just heard her voice. It just makes your ears feel good. You know, and she sang the song, like all the song. Like, she said, "Killing Me Softly," like she does everything different. The funny thing is, I thought it was gonna be in my head, and I know this isn't really a hype club atmosphere. Because we're at Kool Haus. I thought it was gonna be like dim lights, like just like kind of some acoustic, but it wasn't like that at all. She like hyped up all her songs, which is fine because you still get to hear her voice. But like she was wicked, and like she did some of the songs again because we didn't hear them. She know we didn't hear them, but. Yeah, it was. I really appreciate it because like it just sounded so good. Like she's really a nice voice. And it's funny she brought her son after to do a rap. It's a pretty dope rap, but guy was one of those big ass gold chain, like one of those rope chains that Run DMC. That was pretty cool. And like yeah, so it was cool. You know, at the meantime, at this point in the night, it's like freaking 1 a.m. You look around, like there's this fat girl in front of us who you could tell she didn't expect 5 hours of music because she was just bombed. Like I saw her just like she's like trying to get through the crowd with like 3 beers and shit. And she's just like bumping everybody with her fat ass. Like good for her. Like, she's like one of those girls that just never gets out. Man, she can't handle her liquor, even being chunky. I was like, yo, you are just like gonna be a disaster tomorrow morning. And I don't know what happened to Purple Shirt. He's gone. And redhead guy, you feel bad for the redhead guy who I felt up by accident. He's just like looking around like he wants to be involved with some people, you know. And the Asians are still there. You see the other guy he's still trying to make moves, still buying them drinks. I don't know who he's gonna try to get at, but ended up being a pretty like I said. After you get all through that stuff, all the headaches because. There was a lot of them. It was dope, and it was good to see Lauryn Hill. So that's I've been talking for forever, but I love it. It was a good show. And anyway, I got one more thing to say. I'm starting a new segment. It's called Dear Walz. Okay, and it's basically my interpretation of Dear Abby. It's not going to be very sound advice, but if you guys have and you can play along with the joke of it. Questions about your girl, questions about your man, just send it to me. walzrants@gmail.com. Just send me, like I said, anything you got to say. Like I have already a couple episodes already ready to go, but any questions you have about like chicks, relationships, other things, friends, whatever, you got Walz. Let's see how it goes. I don't know how it's gonna go. I haven't even taped one yet, but gotta try some new things, players. Peace out. Stay G.